In this lecture, we are going to learn about life processes. What is the meaning of life processes and why they are needed for life? First, let's see how we consider whether something is alive or not. We see the visual movements first, like if someone is walking, talking, or chewing. But what if someone is sleeping? We can still see the breathing movements. So the visible movement is the first criteria we decide. Then what about plants? They cannot move except few of the rare plants like sunflower, which moves according to the sun's position. But most of the plants cannot move. So whether they are alive or not, they are alive because we can see them grow. So growth is the next criteria. But there are few plants which grow very slowly. We cannot see the growth even for years, but we still consider them alive because there are multiple small scale processes going on inside the plant which we cannot see with our eyes, but they are important for any living organism to be alive. These are called life processes. Presence of life processes is a fundamental criteria to consider something is alive. In our body, the food is digested inside the stomach. Heart pumps the blood and the blood is circulated throughout the body which carries the oxygen. Then the respiration is done by lungs and the waste products are excreted by the excretory system. The mechanism can be different for different organisms, but the life processes are important to be alive. Let's see in detail what are the life processes. We have learned earlier that all living organisms are either multicellular, that means the organism contains multiple number of cells, or unicellular, which contains only single cell. So multicellular organisms, they are made up of different organs, which organs are made up of different tissues, and tissue is nothing but a group of cells. So either it is multicellular or unicellular. It contains multiple organelles like nucleus, cytoplasm, which is present in both unicellular and multicellular cell, and Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, which are present in multicellular cells. So all these organelles are finally made up of molecules. So this any living organism is very well ordered and well organized structure. This well organized and well ordered structure of a living organism keeps breaking down because of environmental effects, and if it is not repaired, then that organism will no longer be alive. So the living organisms are in need of continuous repair and maintenance to be alive, and these maintenance processes are called life processes. This maintenance process should go on continuously. Even if you are not doing anything, even if you are sleeping, this process continuously goes on. So, what are the life processes? The processes which together perform the maintenance job which is required to be alive by preventing damage and breakdown are the life processes. These are nutrition, respiration, transportation, and excretion. Let's see what is nutrition. All the living organisms need energy to continue their life processes going on in the body and for growth. In most of the organism, this energy comes from the outside source in the form of food. But this outside food energy needs to be transported inside the body. And the process of transporting this outside source of energy inside the body is called nutrition. The process which transfers a source of energy food from outside the body of the organism to the inside is called nutrition. All the food is carbon based, but the food source is different for different organisms. And according to the food, their nutritional processes also differ. There are few more raw materials needed for the body, like oxygen and water. So, we understood the nutrition now. Let's see what is respiration. So, we have seen the nutritional processes transport the food from outside the body to the inside, but the organism cannot use this food as it is for the energy. The food has to be converted into the source of energy which the body can use for the different things like life processes and growth. This is done by breakdown of food and buildup of energy with the help of multiple chemical reactions, out of which the oxidizing reducing reaction is the most important one. For this reaction, oxygen is needed, and in most of the organism, oxygen is not generated in the body. It has to be transported from outside. This process of transporting the outside oxygen into the body to use it for the breakdown of food is called respiration. Let's read the definition. The process of acquiring oxygen from outside the body and to use it in the process of breakdown of food sources for cellular needs is called respiration. Let's see what is transportation and why it is needed. In multicellular organism, there are specific body parts or organs which are specialized to do specific function. Like respiration is done by lungs, or food is digested into the stomach and intestine. But what happens? This oxygen is accumulated into the lungs and this food is in the intestine and stomach. But all the other body parts need oxygen and food to produce energy. So there is a need of a process or system which can transfer this oxygen and food to all parts of the body. So this process is called transportation. It is also needed to carry out the waste product from the body. So let's read the definition of transportation. The process of carrying oxygen, food and waste products from one place to another in the body is called transportation. This happens in multicellular organism. Let's see what happens in unicellular organism. In unicellular organism, the entire cell is in direct contact with the outside environment. So it can get oxygen or nutrition from the outside environment directly with the help of diffusion. Let's learn about the excretion. We know in the body, the oxygen helps to break down the food and convert it into the form of energy which the body can use. But in this process, there are few byproducts are formed which are useless and which can be harmful to body. There is need to remove this byproduct from the body, which is done by the excretory tissue. The process of removing this waste product outside the body is called the excretion. Let's read the definition. The process by which waste byproducts are removed from the body and discarded outside is called excretion. Now we have learned what are the life processes, why they are needed. Let's see the first question. Why is diffusion insufficient to meet the oxygen requirements of multicellular organisms like humans? Multicellular organisms have large body volumes. In multicellular organism, all the cells may not be in direct contact with the surrounding environment. Thus, simple diffusion will not meet the requirement of all the cells. So we have seen in unicellular organism, the cell is in direct contact with the outside environment. So it can use the diffusion. But in multicellular organism, because of the large body volumes, all the cells are not in contact with the outside environment. So the second question is, what criteria do we use to decide whether something is alive? We use following criteria to decide whether something is alive. Visible movements like walking, talking, breathing, growth, and presence of life processes, which is a fundamental criteria. It is the most important criteria. Now let's see the third question. What are outside raw materials used by an organism? Outside raw materials used by an organism are food, which is the energy source for body, oxygen, which is needed to break down the food to convert energy in the form which can be used by the body, and water, which is used for digestion of food and also for multiple other body functions. What processes would you consider essential for maintaining life? All processes which are essential for maintaining life are called life processes. The important life processes are nutrition, respiration, transportation, and excretion. There are few more life processes, but these four are the most important one. In this lecture, we have learned what are the life processes, why they are needed, and we have learned about each life processes in short. In next few lectures, we'll learn in detail about each life process separately. So subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you will get the notification when we will post the next lecture. If you want to print the notes, the link is given in the description. You can print the notes from there.